Hello. I haven't been recording for a little while because you know what life's like? Sometimes there are just things that you don't feel you can fit in. In this episode, I'm just going to do a bit of a catch up, let you know where we are, what's going on, how shitty things are or not. So thank you for being here. Um, yeah, so lots have happened. I think it's probably been a month since I've recorded an episode. And in that time, I went to Budapest. So I went away for 4 days with my friends and I abandoned the dying man, left him at home. But because if you remember, he'd had a couple of falls and he wasn't in a particularly good way, I did arrange for some carers to come in. So carer came in every evening, cooked him his meal, made sure that he was fine, cleaned up anything that needed cleaning. Not that anything did need cleaning. My dad came round on the one of the days and made him a brunch, sent me a photo while I was away, which was nice. And our cleaner was here another day as well. So he had enough people coming and going, and he was fine. I spoke to him each day. He was quite cheerful. He was coping well. He didn't have any incidents or accidents while I was away. So that was really good. And I had a fabulous weekend in Budapest with my friends. We did lots of stuff, and I was home actually early in the morning. So our flight was early. So I was home at about 10:30, and I came home to find the back door wide open. So he hadn't locked the door. It's not a big concern around where we are. It's a very safe neighbourhood, but it is a concern that he'd gone to bed without locking the back door. So that was one thing. But that was fine. I came home, we had a nice reunion and, a good chat, and then he probably shat himself. So he waited for me to come home. Welcome home, Sheila. Here, I've just pooed my pants. But again, I would rather that it happened when I was at home rather than, when I was away, and he was fine when I was away. So that did put my mind at rest. And it was good to know that it was okay for me to go away for a day or a couple of days, a few days. So, I mean, not that I'm going to plan on doing it often, but, means maybe next year I can do the same thing, go away for 4 days or so with my friends. So since then, what else has been happening? We've had various appointments. We did go and see the doctor because from his fall, his knee was still sore. So they've referred him to get an X-ray, but I mean, we don't know when that will be. We also spoke to the doctor about, his incontinence, his bowel incontinence issues, and they actually gave him a kit to send off a poo sample, which came back positive. We're not really sure positive for what. We're assuming it's blood in the poo. So we've got a call coming up shortly with the clinic that deal with that sort of thing. I'm assuming they're going to send him for a colonoscopy. That's what I'm expecting. But I don't think it should be anything too much to worry about because he did a bowel cancer sample a year ago and that was clear. And in the time he was in hospital over the last 6 months, they tested his poo various times and there was never any issue. So this is something new if there is something going on. And it's definitely nothing to do with the incontinence because that's been going on for a while. But we do have a meeting also with the incontinence unit this week. So that'll be interesting to see. I suspect they'll be asking him to keep food diaries and poo diaries and all those sorts of things so that they can actually track anything. I mean, I have tried that before and we've never found any rhyme or reason to when it happens or why it happens. And actually, we've just had 3 weeks with no accidents at all, which is brilliant. And then there was a small one when actually it was because it was diarrhea as opposed to a solid poo and it sort of dribbled into his pants. So actually it's been pretty good over the last 3 weeks and almost makes it more frustrating because you just don't know what's going on. But he's doing well at the moment. He's gradually getting stronger again after all his treatment and stem cell transplants and things. So it's we haven't gone out much, but if the weather's nice, we sit in the garden, been out for a couple of little drives. Actually, we did go and see my parents at the weekend, which was nice, but he did struggle a bit with his mobility. So it is hard getting out now, and I think it's just exhausting for him. And actually, I find it quite difficult as well. And that's the sort of reason why I haven't recorded one of these for a while, because it's just fitting everything in, not from a time point of view, but from a capacity point of view, energy. And my energy levels have been, not good. I'm not looking after myself as well as I should be. And as much as I'm not doing the same exercise that I used to, I still go out for a walk every day, but I'm not walking as far or as fast. I'm shoving my face with sugar and shit. And I feel fat and lethargic. And, you know, there are days where I go, do you know what? It's all right. You're just going through things at the moment. And then there are other days where I think, no, because I know that doing this is just making me feel worse. And I do know that. But sometimes you just have to say it's okay. Um, and you know, work's good. I've got enough work coming in, which is nice. I'm not pushing it. I do, you know, quite relaxed about things like that. Money's okay. So it's just dealing with everything really, and just all the appointments. I mean, this week we've got 4 appointments, two in person, two on the phone. But the phone appointments are, you know, you still can't do anything, can you? Even though they're ringing your mobile at home, you're still waiting for that call. And sometimes we do wait a couple of hours for the calls to come through. So it's just dealing with everything, fitting it all in, having that energy. And if, you know, if you care for somebody, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. And I come across as positive and cheerful, and I try and keep myself upbeat because I've got so much to be grateful for. And, you know, on the days where I just feel like life's just it's dull, it saps the energy out of me dealing with everything. He drains me because he's you know, not got any energy really himself, and that when you're with somebody like that, it does drain you as well. So I really try to move past that. I mean, I always try and make sure that I get out and have a coffee with somebody most weeks so that I'm seeing somebody else. And that really lifts me up, even if it's just for that time before I come home. And don't get me wrong, I don't dread being at home. It's very comfortable. And, you know, when the weather's nice, which is not very often, but when it is, it's nice to sit outside, and we sit outside together. So things are okay. And, you know, he's doing as well as can be expected. So that's where we are at the moment. But we are about to go on a cruise. So it is 5 more sleeps, and we are going on a cruise. And I want to say I'm really looking forward to it, and we are. But I do have an underlying like niggle about I've still got to do everything. I mean, I won't be cooking and cleaning and all those sorts of things, but I still have to make sure that we know where we're going to eat that evening. I need to make sure that we know where the toilets are. You know, is he going to wear like some incontinence nappies for, you know, if we go out, are we going to get off the ship? If we do get off the ship, then I'm the one who has to work out where we're going, how we're getting there. And in some ways, I just think, oh God, that's even more exhausting. And we won't be at home, so we haven't got all our comforts around us. But I am trying to be positive and look forward to it. And I'm telling him I look forward to it because I am looking forward to it. I am looking forward to going on holiday. I am looking forward to some sunny weather. I am looking forward to not doing any cooking and eating some fabulous food, and, you know, actually having a sea view every day from our balcony on our cabin. So it is going to be good. But I'm sure some of you, you know, even if you're just parents, will understand that holidays, it involves quite a lot of stress as well. So anyway, let's be positive about it. We are looking forward to it. It'd be nice to be away, just a change of environment for a couple of weeks. And when I get back, I'm putting my life in order. I have made that decision. I am going to stop eating sugar. I am going to lose some weight. I'm going to up my exercise. I'm going to focus a bit more on my business. I'm going to learn Spanish because I want to buy a place in Spain at some stage over the next few years. So I've got a plan. And while we're away on the cruise, I'll reflect on that plan. And when we get back, I'm going to put that plan into action. So I'm determined that I need to turn my life around a little bit, and pick myself up so that every day feels like a good day. And I know there'll still be moments, but I want to make sure that I'm mentally fit and physically fit enough to deal with what's going to happen over the next 2 years, because, you know, mixed condition is only going to get worse. So I need to be strong enough to deal with that. And that is my plan. I am strong enough to deal with it. I need to just put myself in the best place. So that's a brief recap of where we are. It'll be another couple of weeks before I record another one because we will be away on holiday. So anyway, I hope wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I wish you all the very best, and I will speak to you again soon.